There was a time when the simplest tools quietly made life feel clearer, slower, and somehow more complete. And the strange thing is, almost all of them still exist, but the way they shaped us has almost completely disappeared. Walk into an American home just a few decades ago, and you would not find smarter technology, but you would find tools that required something from you: attention, patience, memory, intention. The first one might seem unexpected. A library card was not just a piece of paper tucked into your wallet. It was access to an entire world, but not instantly. You had to go there. You had to walk through rows of shelves, run your fingers along spines, pull out books you were not even looking for, and sit with them long enough to decide if they were worth taking home. There was effort in it, and that effort made discovery feel personal. Today, information is everywhere, searchable in seconds, endless and immediate. But because it is so easy, it is also easy to skim, to jump, to never stay in one place long enough to really absorb anything. The library card did not just give you knowledge, it trained you to slow down long enough to receive it. The second tool is something people barely use anymore, even though it still sits quietly within reach. Handwritten notes and letters once carried weight in a way digital messages never quite replicate. When you wrote something by hand, you committed to it. You chose your words more carefully because rewriting meant starting over. You could see the pressure of the pen, the slight variations in handwriting, the pauses where someone had stopped to think. It was imperfect, and that imperfection made it real. Today, messages are typed, edited, deleted, rewritten in seconds. They are faster, cleaner, more efficient, but they are also easier to send without meaning. The effort is gone, and with it, a layer of sincerity quietly faded as well. The third tool is something people still recognize but almost never rely on. Paper maps once guided entire journeys. Before leaving the house, you would sit down, unfold a large map across a table, and trace your route with your finger. You learned the roads, the turns, the landmarks. You held the journey in your mind before it even began. And if you made a wrong turn, you adjusted. You paid attention. You stayed present. Today, navigation is instant. A voice tells you where to go, when to turn, how long it will take. It is incredibly convenient. But it also removes the need to understand where you are. The map did not just show you the way, it connected you to the journey itself. Then came a tool that captured moments, but only if you were willing to wait. Film cameras did not allow endless photos. You had a limited number of shots, and each one mattered. You framed it carefully, you waited for the right moment, and when you clicked the shutter, you accepted that you would not see the result right away. Days later, sometimes weeks, you would receive the photos, and each one felt like a small surprise. Today, photos are instant, unlimited, and easily discarded. Hundreds can be taken in minutes, and most are forgotten just as quickly. The camera did not just take pictures. It made you present enough to notice what was worth capturing. Another quiet tool that shaped daily life sat on walls in kitchens and hallways. The wall calendar was simple, visible, and shared. Everyone in the household could see it. Plans were written down in one place, and that visibility created awareness. You knew what was coming, what was planned, what mattered that week. It was not hidden behind a screen or buried inside an app. It was part of the environment. Today, schedules live in private devices. Reminders appear and disappear. Plans are personal, instead of shared. The calendar did not just organize time, it created a rhythm that everyone could see and follow. In the kitchen, another tool quietly guided daily life without needing to be updated, refreshed, or optimized. The cookbook was more than a collection of recipes. It was a guide you returned to again and again. Pages became worn, corners folded, notes written in the margins. You did not scroll past recipes. You stayed with them. You learned them. Over time, they became part of you. Today, recipes are endless. You scroll, you search, you jump from one to another. There is always something new, always something better. But in that endless choice, consistency fades. The cookbook did not just tell you what to cook. It gave you something steady to return to. Another tool lived quietly in drawers and by telephones, rarely noticed until it was needed. The address book held names, numbers, and connections in one place. You wrote them down yourself. You kept them updated. And because of that, you remembered them. You knew where to find them. You understood the web of people in your life in a tangible way. Today, contacts are stored automatically. Numbers are saved, synced, and often forgotten. If the device disappears, so does the memory. The address book did not just store information, it strengthened your connection to it. Then there was the alarm clock sitting beside the bed doing one simple job. It woke you up. It did not bring messages, notifications, or endless scrolling into the first moments of your day. When it rang, you turned it off, and the day began. Today, the same device that wakes you also pulls you into everything else. Messages, emails, news, notifications. Before your feet even touch the ground, your attention is already divided. The alarm clock did not just wake you up. It protected the beginning of your day. Near the end, we come to something more familiar, but often misunderstood. The rotary phone was not just a device. It was a boundary. It stayed in one place. It required effort. It demanded intention. You did not carry it with you. You went to it. And because of that, communication had weight. Calls were made with purpose. Conversations were focused. When you walked away, you were unreachable, and that was normal. Today, phones go everywhere. Communication is constant, immediate, and often fragmented. The rotary phone did not make life better because it was limited. It made life better because those limits protected attention and presence. And finally, there is a tool so simple it almost feels insignificant. The kitchen timer, a small dial, a quiet ticking sound, a clear beginning and end. You set it, and then you stepped away. You trusted it. There were no extra alerts, no additional distractions, no layered features. It did one thing, and it did it well. Today, timers exist within devices filled with everything else. You set one, and within seconds, something else pulls your attention away. The simplicity is gone. The clarity is gone. The timer did not just measure time. It allowed you to step away without losing track of it. And that is the deeper pattern behind all of these tools. They were simple, but they shaped behavior. They created natural limits. They encouraged focus. They protected attention without you even realizing it. Today, we have replaced them with tools that can do everything. And because they can do everything, they often take everything with them. Attention, presence, memory, rhythm. It did not happen all at once. It happened one convenience at a time. A faster way to communicate, an easier way to remember, a quicker way to find information. Each step made sense. But together, they changed how we live. The truth is, it was never just about the tools. It was about the habits they created, and habits can be rebuilt. Not by rejecting modern life, but by reintroducing small boundaries, writing something down instead of typing it, letting silence exist without filling it, finishing one thing before reaching for another. The tools may have changed, but the way we use them still matters. And sometimes looking back is not about going backwards. It is about remembering what actually made things better in the first place.